Well. You're listening to Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright then, I may say words on point, straightforward. No jibber jabber, everybody forward. Issues, facts and solution. Get it at Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright, what other thing is a revolution? Get it on point with Professor Buitrón. Gloves Off, no nonsense issues, politics, community. A better men follow reader. Gloves Off, a revolutionary show with everything that you need to know with Professor Buitrón. Watch ya!
Catching Gloves Off and Professor Buitrón, and today I have Ruben Gutierrez, who is running for City Council of Laredo District 5. How we doing?
Doing well, sir. How about yourself?
Good, great.
Great.
You know what? I've been watching your campaign. I was watching everybody else's because, you know, and it's great to meet new people. And
yes, sir.
And you start becoming friends. And I've been seeing the energy that's been going.
Yes, sir.
And well, tell me some stuff new that you've been finding out that's since the last time we talked.
Yes. Well, it's been weeks since we talked, at least maybe 2 months now that we've been here with you. Very positive response from the community. We've been walking the streets for the past 8 weeks now. This weekend will be the 9th weekend that we start hitting the streets. And we're getting a lot of concern from a lot of citizens, you know, just asking what we're going to change, what we're going to do different, what we're going to keep the same. You know, because they have a lot of concerns when it comes to their neighborhoods. They have issues, a lot of thefts that are going on in certain areas, certain parts of the district itself, and they change on a daily basis. You know, their necessities, their concerns change on a daily basis. So what I'm telling them now, you know, is if we should win this election, I want to have monthly meetings when it comes to, you know, to be able, I don't think 12 days a year for a councilman to be out there with their constituents to talk to them about their concerns, their issues, is a lot to ask for. You know, you're put there for a reason to represent your district in a whole, and then the city, of course, but the district itself. So what I'm telling them is I want to have monthly meetings, you know, and obviously not for the entire district because there's too many of us, but in the neighborhood 1 month, the next neighborhood, the following month, at least give them that much of my time to be able to hear what their concerns are, what their issues are, and to hopefully try to remedy them as soon as possible.
Absolutely. You know, the district it's a big one. It's a good sized district, you know, because it encompasses a lot of neighborhoods.
Yes, sir.
And it encompasses a lot of neighborhoods with a lot of demographics, you know, and what I've seen, it's the neighborhood that literally connects north, south, west, kind of sort of thing.
Right, in the middle of the city. Yes, sir, it is.
You know, it's become that.
Yes.
It's become that. Before it used to be more the Heights and Nixon area. Now this is the middle of the city.
Right.
And you see a lot of growth with small businesses. And I know you are an owner of a small business and so on and so forth. Do you have any plans for growth and to help out the small businesses? Because we actually right now the small businesses have taken a huge toll.
Oh, it's an enormous hit. We have taken an enormous hit as far as small business is concerned. There are things that I want to do when it comes to small business. Now, obviously, the city's in the red right now. You know, we have an enormous amount of monies that we're in a deficit. You know, so we need to go and make those funds up. I wish I could sit here and tell you know what, we're going to get involved if we should win this race, and we're going to help small business. We're going to go out there and give you all funding, but it's difficult to do so. You know, I don't want to lie to you, and that's one thing I've told everybody I talk to out there. I'm going to be very honest with you. The city cannot do much when it comes to small business right now. Anybody that tells you otherwise is lying to you because it can't be done. It cannot be done. We're in a deficit of $24 to $26 million. To try to make that up, I don't think we can make it up in a year. It's going to take a couple of years at least to try to make that up. So what I'm proposing is for small businesses to open their minds to different ideas, different things. One in particular, get on social media. Let people know that you're struggling. Let them know that. Don't be embarrassed about it because most of us are. Most of us are struggling when it comes to small businesses. And small business makes our community. It makes our neighborhoods, you know, because we're the ones that hire people out there. So if our businesses are failing, people out there are failing, and there's no money's being turned in Laredo, and that's a big part of it. I really think using social media, it's a free platform. Get out there, people are on there. There's thousands of people on social media, and it's free access. You know, get out there and do that. As far as the city is concerned, what it can do, and I think it's a really great idea, is to go ahead and start PSAs. You know, we have this, let's support local business once a year. And this is a public service announcement that goes out there that once a year, that's not enough, especially right now. Let the city get out there and pump that out there as much as possible. our local news medias, our local newscasts, our local TV stations, I'm sure they'd be willing to jump on board and help us out because they see that local small businesses are hurting. Let's put those PSAs out there talking about small business, talking about getting out there, enjoying our eateries. We need to open up. And if you don't want to be there because you don't feel safe because of COVID, of course, order takeout. You can certainly help people out doing little things like that. Another idea is buying gift cards from businesses, whether it's your business, my business, whatever, but you're helping money's flowing right now because we still need to pay our employees, unfortunately, and we're trying to keep them on as much as we possibly can. It's very difficult for a business owner to do that. So if we can just do that, even buying, like I say, gift cards, $50, $100, $10, that helps money rolling and continue to keep on moving the city, God willing.
No, you're absolutely correct. And I've said this before, and you've heard me say that the small businesses, that community is the one that's going to help that community out.
Exactly.
And we have to start making liaisons with the other small businesses and start helping each other and promoting each other. Because the city didn't do that, and it's not going to do that.
It's not going to do that.
And so we understand that. So we have to move forward in there. I was somebody asked me this. What happened when you started my business? Well, this one was started in '88.
Yes, sir.
Right. But when I was in Dallas and I started the one in Dallas, the city of Dallas didn't start it for me.
Sure.
It was me.
Sure,
that
you
went
did.
in there.
You
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, you're the one grinding.
So it's I think what hurts is business people that have their businesses. Their own decisions is what makes the business.
Sure.
But this was not a decision of the business owners. This was a decision that was made by the municipalities and so on and so forth,
yes,
that they shut down the businesses.
Right.
And then all of them said, well, you guys take care of yourselves. That's a different story.
Sure.
It's no longer the business owner. It's somebody else that forced them to shut down,
right,
when they were not doing anything illegally.
Exactly.
And that's the difference. We understand illegal business, all of a sudden it's going to get shut down. Period. Right. We all understand it. And that's what needs to change. But on another note is we need a better Laredo with jobs. Not only small business jobs, we need bigger jobs, manufacturing.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel about bringing big jobs in here, and what kind of ideas do you have?
I'm an advocate for it. I think big business, honestly, we need more here in Laredo. Manufacturing job, like you just mentioned, that's something that would employ thousands of Laredoans and with great paying jobs. That's something that we need to open our doors to bigger businesses, and we don't do that. We don't advocate Laredo, outside of. Getting outside of Texas and actually bringing them in here, knowing that we're a border town, knowing how safe we are here, how we're well taken care of. We really are. This community is very, very safe when it comes to. So having us go out there and advocate for Laredo, bringing those big businesses in, because that'll definitely help out our local economy. It'll help out our local people here, and it'll certainly help out the city economy as well, the city's budget. Because obviously businesses are going to be taxed after a while, after they've been here for a couple of years. I'm hoping this city council can actually open their mind and actually give tax abatements when it comes to, because we need to, and they need them to, because it costs so much money to start up a business. You're very aware of that. It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes. And if you give them tax abatements, offer that to them in the beginning, the first couple of years of their business here, growing it, expanding it, third, fourth year down the line, fifth year down the line, then we can start collecting revenue when it comes from the business itself, and it helps the local economy as far as the city of Laredo is concerned. The monies that are coming in there from taxes that businesses would pay. But I'm definitely an advocate for it. We need to open up our doors, like I say, to bigger businesses and help out our small business. And that's one thing. Communities start going out there again. Let's start getting involved, start moving around, start spending a little bit of money that we do have, out there in local businesses. Let's go to our retail shops. Let's go get out there to our retail shops, our restaurants out there, our eateries. Let's enjoy ourselves like we used to back in the day. We need to start getting back into that slowly but surely and in a safe manner.
We have to. We have to stop living in fear.
Exactly.
We have to start living.
Right.
Live cautiously. People now are in a different situation. We have to do that. If there's social distancing involved, we don't have to wear the mask and so on and so forth. Regardless of how you feel about wearing the mask, right now that mask is for our protection, because we still do not know the logistics of how this virus is passed on.
Exactly.
Right? There's so many different studies and everybody's contradicting each other, so let's just be safe.
Sure.
But when it's mandated that you have to, it's a total different entity. That's where a lot of people
Right, that's what people are upset at because they're mandating it. The fact of the matter is, we wear it to help each other out. We don't want, if we should have it, and we are asymptomatic to it, we don't want to be spreading it out, especially not to our elderly or our children, anything like that. People that are actually going to get very sick and can possibly die from it. So I agree with wearing the mask. Now, mandate it, maybe not, but take it upon yourself, for you to be safe, of course, and for people around you to be safe. That's just that's what it really boils down to.
Those are two different things. One is forced, and one is
exactly.
Let's understand and knowledge and move forward with it.
Right. Now, by the same token, we've had issues, people going into businesses and businesses requiring it. A business can deny service to absolutely anybody in this country. Absolutely. If they're requiring the mask, just wear the mask. Don't cause issues. Wear the mask. It's for your safety. It's for everybody else's safety around you. Please.
And it's like everything else. I carry concealed.
Yes.
So I don't carry open.
Right.
I carry concealed. And if I see a place that says no concealed handguns allowed, I just go to another business. It's just
exactly
that's the freedom of choice that you have.
Right.
I don't carry open because it scares a lot of people.
Yes, it does.
And it's just kind of like, why?
Sure.
Why get into an argument over the Second Amendment every other 15 minutes? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and that's just the way it is. But I'm glad it's there. It's people can use it.
Exactly. You can use it, right?
But you just that's my
try to refrain from it as much as you can, right?
But I'm glad that it's there as part of the law.
Yes.
That you can carry it openly. But on another note, anything else new coming up?
Well, yesterday, early voting started on Tuesday.
Sure.
We had an issue on Wednesday. Yesterday, at the polling site we were at, it was on Del Mar, 616 Del Mar, the firefighters administration building. They ran out of ballots here yesterday. An issue I just don't see that Laredo needs to be dealing with anymore. This should have been taken care of a long time ago. It seems to be that every election we have this issue where ballots are being, or there are not enough ballots printed out, or the actual polling site doesn't have enough ballots for the area. I think it's something that's uncalled for. I think something that can be taken care of right away. For a polling station to run out of ballots twice in one day, well, who do you have running that site? You should have people there that are very well versed when it comes to. I'm sure you don't have children running that site there. It's somebody that's well versed, seasoned, veteran already. If you're down to 100 ballots, you call to get more ballots. Especially if you had a day before. You had Tuesday already. You knew how many people were voting there already. You had an idea of how many people were coming down. So have that ready for the following day. How on earth, when your polling site opens at 8 o'clock in the morning, by 10:30 you're out of ballots?
And how did you come up to that they were out of ballots? How would you notify?
People called me. 6 people called me yesterday morning, letting me know about 11:30 in the morning that 2 people in particular were given a ballot that did not include the District 5 city election. So they could not vote for the city council person in that district. So they were giving them a different ballot, a ballot from another district, another area, another precinct. It didn't pertain to District 5, and they lived there, and they were registered voters there, and they weren't able to vote for their city council person. That is ridiculous, and that is against the law. You cannot be giving a person that lives and resides and is actually registered to vote in that district a different ballot. You can't do that. You cannot do that. It's illegal. You can go to jail for a very long time for doing that. It happened again in the afternoon. My father actually was voting at 2:30 in the afternoon, and again, the same situation. Ran out of ballots. This time they told him, if you want to vote, do you want to vote paper or electronic? He says, I want to vote paper. Well, I'm sorry, we're out of ballots. You need to go and vote electronic. That's fine. Where's the machine? It's right there. They had one machine to vote electronically yesterday. When you have one of the biggest areas, that site itself has thousands of people voting there per day.
That just gave me a bad taste in my mouth because everybody talks about voter fraud.
Exactly.
And nefarious actions could happen just out of that situation alone. Because what happened to those ballots? And what happens if they did get the ballots to replenish the ballots before, and now they're saying, oh, we ran out. What happened to those ballots?
Exactly.
Okay, were those ballots given? Or were those ballots filled out and thrown into the slot for somebody else?
It puts a lot of doubt.
Right now, that just put a bad taste in my mouth. And it always talks about, quote unquote Democrats and voter fraud. Well, Laredo's heavily Democrat. I mean, I hate to point this out, but we're seeing that throughout the United States, and voter fraud happens.
It does.
Okay, and that just smudges Laredo again for
Right,
that to
right,
happen.
right.
Now, what happens if that happened in the fire station? They ran out of ballots. What happens if they ran out of ballots for somebody else over in the other voting place over in Findlay, or in South Laredo for somebody
Sure,
else, or
sure.
in West Laredo? What happens is this is something that goes on every day. All of a sudden, you're stacking votes for somebody.
Right, and those are thousands of votes. That's the problem, because the community of Laredo is not actually making the decision now. Somebody's making a decision for you, and that's incorrect. That's very, very wrong. You should be able to vote for who you want there, who you want to represent you there, not somebody messing with a ballot or somebody that is forging a ballot and putting it in there and counting it that it wasn't yours. So be sure if you're out there, you're casting your vote, be sure that you're voting for the district that you live in, the district that you're registered in. That's most
Absolutely.
important. You've got to be registered in that district in order to vote for it.
Absolutely, and if you do not have your, go to the judge right there and make a complaint right then and there that there's no ballot. Now, we're not saying if anybody's doing anything ill, but it just makes it look bad.
It puts doubt in your mind. It really does. put doubt
Now
in your
you're
mind.
like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
This is a city of over 300,000 in population now. There's no need for this. This is something that may have been done a long time ago. But I guarantee you this, a lot of people have cell phones, a lot of people have cameras. You better watch how something illegal is being done. And I'm telling you this, the Texas Rangers were already called about this situation already. The district attorney was called about this situation already. So it's being investigated. So if things are being done in a wrong way, trying to defraud somebody, they're going to get in a world of problems. I guarantee you that.
I mean, we've had the stories, we've had people come out that through mail-in ballots, they got caught with some fraud here and duplicate voting and stuff
Right.
like that. It's happened already
Sure,
before
sure.
in other elections. In the last 20 years, it's happened at least 3-4 times.
Right.
So for this to happen now openly during early vote, it's scary.
It's scary. It certainly is.
It's scary.
It is. It is, because you're taking away, like I mentioned earlier, you're taking away the right of the people. The people should be putting somebody in there to represent them, not the person behind the ballot box. That's wrong.
You know, and everything was going smooth until you told me that went in there. It's kind of like, oh man.
Yes, sir. It really, really
You know what I'm
is.
saying? I'm praying for all the candidates to get a fair shake, and,
That's all we're
and
asking
for everybody to be on the level,
Exactly.
and for everybody to be voted exactly, regardless of whoever it is. Give everybody the same shot. But now, when you all of a sudden, we ran out of ballots over here, and we don't know if they picked up ballots
If
to,
they picked up ballots
to
or not.
replenish the other
Sure,
ones. You
sure.
understand what I'm saying?
It just puts down your mind. Whether it's being done or not, I don't know, and I'm not here to point fingers at all either. I'm not here to do that. But if it is being done, you all better watch out, because the Rangers will be on this right away, and the district attorney's on this already as well.
and they should.
They should.
And they should be. That's what they're for. They
Yeah,
should be.
absolutely. They're making, putting questions in people's minds that are out there voting. There should be no question on who you vote for is who you vote for, and that's the end of it. Nothing should be done after your ballot's done. But it puts doubt in your mind. If you're voting for somebody, or you think you're going to vote for somebody, then you get there and your ballot doesn't even have the district on there that you live in, or that you reside in, or that you're registered in. It makes you really think. It makes you really.
And how many people went ahead and voted anyway?
We haven't the slightest idea.
You understand what I'm saying?
No idea.
How many people were given another district to vote on?
Right.
And they
Right.
went ahead and voted.
Without representing the district that you
Understand what I'm
actually
saying?
represent.
That
Exactly
that
right.
is sad.
Sure, it really, really is.
That is
Yes,
sad.
sir. Yes, sir.
And what district were they given?
We don't know. We don't have any idea. We don't have any idea. Obviously, a district that doesn't have a city councilman running right now. It had to be that. It had to be that. So possibly a surrounding district. We don't know which one. But for sure, District 5 was not on that ballot. And they resided in the district, and they're registered in that district. Yes, sir.
Jesus. No, I know. Well, anyway, now let's try to go on a positive note.
Yes, sir.
We
Definitely.
got a couple of more weeks before this is over.
Yes,
What
definitely.
new things, what new directions do you see? How are the people treating you?
Really, really well. I mean, really with open arms. They're inviting me to their homes, even with COVID, here, they're inviting me to their homes, talking to them. They're talking to me about different issues, issues that they see going on in council right now, how their taxpayer dollars are being spent frivolously, really, at their discretion, and the way the city is right now, in that deficit that we're in, it's time to number crunch. You've got to hold on to whatever you have. Don't continue spending this money that we don't have right now. We're not going to have for a couple of years. But other than that, the campaign's going really, really well. It's looking very positive, like I say. We're getting a very positive response from the community itself. You know, they're just telling me over and over again, we're happy somebody that's not a politician is actually running now. You know, I've never been in politics in my life ever before, as far as, you know, as being an adult. I've never run for, I used to tell my grandfather that when I was a child, but as an adult, I've never been involved in politics as far as running for a position. It's opened my eyes a lot, and I've met a lot of great people here in the community, not just in the district, but in the community itself, in general.
That's a joy that when that's why I do what I do here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, not only to inform the less informed, but also you get to rekindle old friendships, make new friendships,
Make new ones. Yes,
and
definitely.
move forward, and that's the way it should be. Because
Right.
Laredo is always growing, and we can always help one another,
Yes.
and that's what we're here for.
Right.
You know, and sometimes as a public official, you're put up in the limelight, and what if you step the wrong way, or if you move the wrong way, or if you trip, people are pointing the finger at you. We're
Sure.
all human.
We're all human.
But I don't think anybody that's in there is trying to do something illegally
Right.
or illegal. You know, I think everybody's trying to do their best with what they have and what they think they can do.
Exactly right.
I know that some of the department heads have hindered the growth of Laredo, and that's something that, as a councilman, if you get elected, you have to look into all that, because I think that where the problem lies, it's not with the city council, or it's actually with the departments.
Department heads, exactly.
And if you have to go, you have to go. You know, people need to start
Sure,
putting
sure.
the hatchet act there. You know, the hatchet. Boop.
Absolutely. If the job's not being
We've
performed
done
like
it.
they're
I'm
being paid to do, I'm sorry. We can't put somebody there that can do a better job than you can.
And we have to. You know, we want to maintain that number one.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
position
Laredo
that we have,
first
and
all the time. Laredo's got to be on top all the time. Definitely.
You know, we're the number one in import export. Let's be the number one with our cheerleading squads, man. Let's be number one with our restaurants. Let's
With
be number one.
everything
With, you know what I'm
else.
saying?
Definitely, sure.
We had a lawyer the other couple of years back was number one in the United States, Ronald Rodriguez.
Right.
Well, you know, let's get this up and running.
Right.
Let's
And we have the
making
momentum
noise.
behind us. We really do have the momentum
You know what I'm
behind us.
saying? So-
as long as we're there, we can get it done. We can
We've
get
had
it
world
done.
champions boxers. You know.
Sure.
Let's start making them. Let's be that Laredo proud.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.
and,
I appreciate it.
If anybody wishes to contact you to help you out, how can they do that?
My telephone number is 956-251-4279. Give me a call, please. My email is gutzruben06@gmail.com. Contact me. I'm the only person that answers the phone. I'm the only person that answers that email address. And as the constituents will know already, the people I've been talking to and walking with, they've contacted me over and over again. They've called me, they've texted me, they've emailed me. I'm the person responding to that. No, I don't have a secretary. I don't have somebody else responding to those. It's myself. It might not be that moment, that minute, but I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can.
Absolutely. Folks, until next time, peace, and remember, exercise your right to vote. And now, with more than ever, take a look at the ballot and who's everybody there. And if there's a complaint, make a complaint with the judge of the polling site right then and there. You know, make a complaint formally. Okay? Till next time, peace.
Thank you.
The following political paid advertisements do not reflect the political opinions of the program or its associates. Any political campaign or candidate who wishes to purchase advertising can do so. Advertising is open to all on behalf of Gloves Off.
Hi Laredo, this is Carlos Perez. I'm running for Laredo College Board of Trustees Place 8. You can follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CG Perez for LC. I look forward to gaining your support this campaign season and earning your vote November 3rd. Thank you.
Hello, how are you? My name is Celestino Marina. I'm running for City Council, District 5, and I would like your support. Together, we will win. Thank you.
Laredo College needs a leader, an educator with a vision to move forward for a positive change. This is why, as your candidate, I want accessible education, and most importantly, I want to listen to your concerns as a stakeholder, students, faculty, staff, and taxpayers. It's time for education over politics.
Vote Justin Hunts-Nusher Casiano for Laredo College Board, Place 7.
Hi, I'm Amber Avis Hinojosa, ready to change the direction of District 8. As a resident and business owner in the heart of the community, I know the pressing issues at hand. It's time to realize the potential in this district. Join me in the fight to bring change. Vote Amber Avis Hinojosa for City Council District 8. The future of our district is in our hands.